Thelma Onwuzuruike. I'm from Imo State, and I studied computer science. I have a BSc in computer science. I grew up loving fashion. I grew up loving colors. I grew up loving designs. And because we didn't have any design school, a proper design school here in Nigeria, so it was difficult for me to fulfill my dream in the fashion world, like fashion design per se. But while I was growing up, I found myself sketching, I found myself painting, and I found myself into things that were related to fashion, but I didn't have a clue of why I was doing these things until I grew up. While I was in my junior school, my junior secondary school, I went to a seamstress, a local seamstress around my area, and I learned a little about sewing, hand sewing. I did only hand sewing, and in fashion that's a lot of work, because here now people use machines and they make work easier, but then using hand is really time consuming. It's a lot of work. So after my BSc, I worked for a while, and I decided that while I was working, I wasn't feeling very fulfilled with myself. I felt there was something missing. I needed to do something. So I decided to look up to a fashion school around me, and that was how I tried to develop the little I had. And I went to a proper fashion school, and I was able to come up with little designs, and even what I'm wearing now, I made myself. So that's how I got my inspiration while I was young. You are a designer, you need to know what's on trend so that you know what designs you should go for. And also, as a designer, you need to also have your own creativity. You need to put your own style in everything you do, because you can't do what every person is doing, but you still need to know what's on trend. With so many indigenous fashion designers coming up, we are looking at a huge bloom of fashion designers in Nigeria. So I think that in no short time, we'll have a lot of fashion designers, we'll have a lot of competitions, we'll have a lot of people coming to Nigeria to actually buy clothes, and you have clothes made in Nigeria, and this will in turn be like the next Paris. Because if we have a lot of people, young people coming up now, so let's say in the next 10 years, we'll have a lot of designers, we'll have a lot of creativity, we'll have like our own trends. We'll have trends from Nigeria, not just the ones from the Europe. Recently I was watching a documentary on leather production in the northern part of Nigeria, and I was amazed by what these people that don't really have the technical know-how. They just have the skills, and they make leather. They go through the process. There's a process they have to go through to actually produce this leather, and I was really impressed. And I told myself, like, what if the government can build an industry, teach these people?
For other aspiring fashionistas,
I would say keep up the good work. If you have the creativity, never underestimate yourself, and always believe you can do better. You need to put your time and be committed to it, because fashion is not something you sleep and wake up and expect it to wait for you. It keeps changing, so you need to keep up, and you need to be really strong and hardworking. Yeah.
I am classy, I am what I wanna be. I'm excited, you're invited, 'cause I do what I know how to do.